Migration is the movement of people to another region or country to work and live. I'm going to explain with an example. My example is of the voluntary migration of people from Mexico to the USA. It is very large scale and is a form of international migration. The migration is often illegal, with larger scales of it starting in the 1970s. 10 to 20 years ago, it became very popular. Another migration example is when India split into India and Pakistan in 1947. In comparison to my main example of migration, main push and pull factors are different because this migration is forced. Also, the violence between different religions was a major pull factor for both Muslims and Hindus, and the push factors are largely associated with political issues. Pull factors included being among a non-violent community and not being racially discriminated. The impacts on the origin and destination are also different. Each week, over 10,000 Mexicans attempt to cross the border, with a third being caught. A BBC report states that since 1970, over 12 million Mexicans migrated from their homeland into the United States, and more than half are legal immigrants. It is estimated that every year, over a million Mexicans cross the border into the United States. In 1995, 850,000 people were deported. Jobs are of low pay, with the country's GNP at a mere $3,750. The unemployment rate is a staggering 40%. 40% of the population are under the poverty line. The U.S. figure of poverty is more than 3 times less than this at 12%. So Mexicans want to go to the U.S. to earn more and to support their families. Lack of good housing and poor infrastructure is another reason. And the adult literacy rate is only at 55%, with very low education prospects. Excellent medical facilities with a doctor to population ratio 1 to 400 and is over 4 times better than Mexico. Additionally, the US have a much better security. Well-paid jobs with a GNP at $24,750 and a minimum wage mean that migrants can live a much better life than before and can send back more money. Adult literacy rates are at 99%, with good education prospects. And also, the life expectancy is slightly higher at 76 years. Illegal migration is expensive for the USA to patrol borders and maintain prisons. Hispanics are seen as a negative factor in the US economy. Mexicans don't demand high wages, so there are less jobs for locals and an increase in the unemployment rates. Cultural and racial issues cause problems in cities. Mexican culture is stronger, with more food, language, and music in the US. TB cases are increasing. The borders have no customers, so terrorists could easily smuggle in a dangerous weapon. The litter migrants leave damages the desert's ecosystems. The general American opinion on the migration of Mexicans is negative. Reasons for this are mostly political and the fact that so many immigrants are illegal. California Coalition for Immigration Reform are an anti-migration group who call Mexican immigrants savages and say illegal immigrants don't deserve social and medical benefits. As well as this, the founder claims that there is going to be a takeover of the American Southwest. The very important reason that I am in favor of Mexico to USA migration is simply because America wouldn't be as successful, powerful, and recognized as it is today without Mexicans. Mexicans contribute so much to the US economy. Some people think that they ruined it, but actually the nation has become stronger.